looking with 20/20 vision. This isn't a math class, but it's still full of division. Check it. This pandemic is killing niggas, but is it? Maybe the doctors did it. That's why they never want us to visit. This COVID is some whole shit, and I'm over it. Another scheme by the regime to fuck over us with. The city's burning cause the people is fed up. They tear it up because their brothers die with their hands up. Racist politics, electoral colleges, and mainstream. Looking with 20/20 vision. This isn't a math class, but it's still full of division. Check it. This pandemic is killing niggas, but is it? Maybe the doctors did it. That's why they never want us to visit. This COVID is some whole shit, and I'm over it. Another scheme by the regime to fuck over us with. The city's burning cause the people is fed up. They tear it up because their brothers die with their hands up. Racist politics, electoral colleges, and mainstream media make us want to demolish this. Systematic oppression since the inception of the USA. All I wanted to say is that the Democratic Party created the KKK. But black folks vote for them anyway. We clueless, steady casting votes for these devils that they be choosing. That's why we losing, disrespected and bamboozled. In the streets, blood in the water, blood coming out of the chest of your sons and daughters. We living in a time of genocide and violence applied by crooked cops and guys in disguises. This is how our lives is, filled with anxiety, enthralled in all parts of the fall of society. This is what's inside of me, revolution has gotta be the prodigy navigating my fate in this dichotomy. Yeah, let me give you the real. These cops is coming with a license to kill. I'm only keeping it real. It seems like we the hunting the thrill. That's why I'm known to keep my hands on the steel, but it gets ill. Black lies, white lies, brown lies, blue lies. Everybody family cries soon as the bullets fly. And only tell us it's lies. We die often. I know they wanna see us in the coffin. Damn. Blood on the hands of the cop with the blue steel. We living in the ghetto with wounds that never heal. That's why we stay conscious in the time to kill, y'all. Here come the media telling lies and deceiving us. Really, they don't agree with our feelings of being equal to them. I stay congruent to a militant movement, but until I see some proper improvement, we losing. Fast forward, this fucking system we fed up. Tired of begging the marching, started torching your shit up. Expanded programming, thought we taking the silence, but see all of these black lives we baptized in violence. Yeah, you done done it, awoken the sleeping giant. No longer will we suffer oppression, being compliant. This is daily bread music, supreme being exclusive. The God, so make sure you never fucking confuse it. out with another one. Spit the lyrics sick like a virus with a tummy gun. Yeah, I'm from Rampart. Yeah, I'm a juggernaut. Nah, you don't wanna touch this mic and get ripped apart. Twist the elements, I'm higher than the astronaut and fly than the alien invasion over Bangkok. Keep the crowd bumping like they're flying on a crack rock. Start a revolution, I'm a rebel for this hip hop. And I can never stop rocking every single drop. Autonomous with this rhyming and shining like a photo op. And you don't wanna feel the wrath of these nunchucks. Dangerous when I strangle the life out of you dumb fucks. Yeah, I spit it with longevity. None of you weak fake rappers can ever step to me. I've been in this game, your lame niggas get tamed down. You stained out with blood, I come from the underground. Eating no bitch niggas who sweeter than sugar cane. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide from this black rain, and I'm insane. I just killed the actress's blood and guts spilled all over that mattress. Ass backwards and teeth and stabbed drastically, and then I raped your mom. I call that dick dastardly. Tragically, the dude Koan is dead now. It's nothing but demons and devils in my head now.
I've been up and I've been down. Special love for the ones around. We fly so high while we touch the ground. If the limit is the sky, why fuck around? Tell me that you got something they don't, something they won't think to do. Go and shoot your shot, make it your own, so they all know that it's you.
Yeah, I come back again. Poltergeist nigga, I'm killing you and your friends. Decapitate you, don't put your body back in the bands. Get on the mic and rock, I'm showing your bitch bringing my ends. I escaped again, they really can't hold me. Cut him again and again is what the voices told me. Boy, I'ma whoop you down, your name told me. Leave the bodies in the open is what my mom and them told me. A black assassin, but you can call me Shinobi. I'm fucking sick, so I deal with them that was told me. You can never hold me, I'm not in your category. My lyrics can tell a story and it's gory, niggas bore me. You couldn't touch me if you wanted to, and even if you did, you coming back and I'm haunting you. You're going to do your whack lyrics this week. The boogeyman, I come stabbing you in your sleep. I'm like a shepherd and all you niggas are sheep. I'm an assassin that's always bringing the heat. I'm a monster ready to eat. I'm a piece of master to beat. I'm a lyrical serial killer, leave you dead in the street. It's slaughter time and I'm ready to cut the meat, nigga. You fuck with me and I guarantee a defeat, nigga. Come on, the ultimate now, nigga. Stop me and I'm a savage warrior. So much I can
There she is. My baby girl Super. My baby girl Super Doopy. Hi Soupy Doopy, baby Soupy.
I'm gonna start sending out some invites.
Alright, let me call Super.
It's not 9 o'clock, so I'm gonna send them. I'm gonna send them out in a little bit because I want Soup to be here before I start sending out invites. They'll just leave.
Oh, he's here. He's here.
It's metal radio. God damn. Metal. I just ain't ready. I never even done no shit like this, so you don't even know.
Say that again.
Brooklyn got that beanie. I like the beanie.
It's coming.
Y'all can hear me all right, huh? Hey, shit, I was
it's getting cold and whatnot, so I have to throw on a beanie, switch it up real quick.
Welcome, Howard. I was just making sure. Is your internet good?
Come here, Ding.
What's happening, bro? Yeah, I can hear you now.
No, what I was saying earlier, I said I'm across that bridge. I'm right here in Hammond. Shit, I graduated from.
Oh, you're in Hammond.
The door.
Yeah, that's what's up, dog. I'm in Harvey. Yeah.
Yeah, so you right there. My father-in-law, he works out there in Harvey. He works at the base. So shit.
Okay, yeah, that's like behind. I live in Stonebridge, so that's like right behind me.
All right, Soup, come on.
Hey.
Let's Soup in, y'all. Let's Soup in.
Come in, Soup.
Cause the homie Jimmy, he told me to peep your music out.
Wait,
word.
Cherry, can you go open the door?
Did you get a
Jimmy
chance
King.
to listen to this?
You can't walk through. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, word. Yeah, what you think about the new record, bro? What you think about it?
I really like. I really like how you politicking, man. Like I said, I know a lot of cats.
I already told you. We're not on the good side of the hood.
Really
you
see
feel
that,
me?
like,
We got the bulletproof glass going. We got the buzzer going.
I'm about to say, what happened? What
This the liquor
shit?
store.
What happened? Ears perked up real quick. but no, my input. I really like the politics side on it because it shows like from just your side, like, hey man, like shit, I've been out here, man. Like I've been through that. I've been through that dirt, man. Y'all can get to this age.
Howard.
You feel me?
Word.
Save some of that content for the show.
Oh yeah, we say that was just personal convo.
I know, but that's good for the show. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not trying to come off in, not genuine. Guys, but I love the free flowing conversation, and I would love for that to be part of the show because that's what people connect with more so than anything else.
Yeah.
Love you guys.
You already know.
Y'all are great.
I had to make sure my internet got fixed for real.
You had to repeat that shit, son?
Yeah, because I said I was sitting here trying to do it off my hotspot, and then I forgot. I'm like, man, I got Wi-Fi here.
Right.
We're not live yet, I don't think. Leroy, I got your note on the music. I'm gonna update the music. I'm gonna definitely mix it up a little bit.
Alright, sounds good.
All right, so we need to. I'm gonna lower this a little bit because we don't want to get flagged.
We definitely don't.
Yep.
What do you mean get flagged?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Hip Hop.
So we live stream on YouTube, and for copyright reasons, we would just want to make sure that we're not, doing anything to attract any negative attention.
And their roles in the current state of hip hop. So without further delay,
no worries though. You just wait. You just wait.
Oh, yeah. It's coming. It's coming. Alright, y'all, start sending on them.
Well, you can play any of my stuff. Like it's all good.
Oh yeah, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna make a playlist just for original artists. So while we're in here, if you want to stream and still play the original artist music, that is okay.
I love hearing that shit. Yeah, y'all can play my music shit. I own my shit. Hey,
Right.
No, I legit own my own masters. Like I own my own label.
That's what I'm talking about.
For both of my
That's where it
records.
is. That's where it is.
Hey, not even on no Narwhal, so like I said, I'm gonna tell you, man, I've been catching wind of your name in the city, man. And it's crazy how small this hip hop world is, man, because right across the bridge, and I'm like, man, the homie talk about you like all the time, and I'm like, damn. Oh, like this is a small metaverse.
Yep. Small metaverse, bro.
that makes you so original.
Sure is.
I stand original warrior like a Seminole scout.
I'm really digging
I'm
these
from
new
out.
cameras.
Still spiritual, keeping them trembling from
Aren't
the
they?
serial killing the mice.
Yeah, better than them Nokias.
Man, them flip phone ones we had.
Hey, I can't even bash on them though.
I mean, they got me cool. They got me good. This shit looks.
I was rocking with my Polaroid for a few like last week.
Yo, I just got my phone like a few days ago. This camera, like a couple days.
Okay, so let me tell you what happened, right? So we was actually right here last week, and I said on air, I was like, Meta, y'all are playing with me. Where's my camera? Like, what's good with my camera? Like, y'all took it, y'all gave it to me, y'all took it, y'all played with me. Like, where's my camera? And so everybody was, the whole team was clowning me. They're like, yo, there's gonna be a meta kidnapping, you gonna disappear, you gonna be gone. You know what I'm saying?
I told her, I'm so glad she's still here after threatening Meta for that damn camera.
First of all, to my defense, I didn't threaten them.
You know what I'm talking about, girl. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I was asking
you Tasha K that.
Well, I needed to know because not for nothing, not for nothing. Y'all know that's my favorite saying. Not for nothing. They've been messing with me. Like I said, they gave it to me and then they took it, and then everybody, all the newbies had it, and I'm like, wait a minute, what about me? Like, I'm a dinosaur on this platform at this point. What about me? So I was ready to auction the penthouse.
It's 9 o'clock, and y'all already know what time it is. Soup, we good? We live? Are we live in action?
We live.
I believe that's a yes. All right. Guys, welcome to Bass Drop Radio. I am your host, Cherry Pie, here with my other co-host, Brooklyn Bandit 347, Howard 702, special collaborator, Leroy 777, and our very special musical guest, Koan Kenpachi. Did I say that right?
Kenpachi? Yeah.
Kenpachi. See,
yeah.
I'm real bad. I tried.
It's all right.
Koan is very special friend of the show, and he is here today to talk about music with us, entertainment with us. But before we get started, I want to give you guys a brief introduction on our guest. Tonight's guest is hip hop is hip hop veteran Koan Kenpachi. Koan was born and raised in New Orleans. He has been on the music scene creating memorable projects over the years, but not only as a performer, but as a producer. Koan's style is reminiscent of a 90s style hip hop era with lyrical wordplay and vivid storytelling. He's toured the country with popular award winning hip hop groups such as the former group Equal Opportunity Employment. Past projects included his solo project in 2011, titled Chronicles of a Dying Breed, which is great, guys. I listened to that album on Apple Music. It's up there, so guys, make sure that you check it out or wherever you stream music, which include the original composition and showcases his lyrical ability through 14 thought-provoking tracks. Koan has prided himself on not being placed in a box, as his sound is unique as the city he's from. So his new album, Supremium, is out now. Please welcome to the show, Koan.
Yeah. Thank y'all for having me.
Yes.
It's dope. It's dope being here. I love
Koan
this
in the
whole
building.
meta radio station. This is pimping. Like, I really like it. It's dope.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on. So I kind of want to get a little bit into listening to your latest album, Supremium.
Supremium.
So tell us a little bit about Supremium.
Supremium, it's been like 3 years in the making for Supremium, right? So when I first started making this record, it was like actually almost 4 years ago now. I had an idea. I wanted to put together something. I wanted it to be like a combination of all the work that I've done since I've been doing music, right? I wanted this to be like kind of like a masterpiece, because for a minute I thought this would be like my last record that I would make. So I just wanted to put everything into it, right? But it ended up being like such an inspiration to me, just like making a record. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna make more albums after this. There's no way I'm not gonna like, make another album. But I do think it's like my best work to date, I have to say. And Chronicles is a really good record. Like, I love that record, and it is all original. Like, still to this day, I don't use samples. I would only sample my own music. Everything in my music is all original composition. Like, I don't sample anything at all. So
That's
all of that stuff, all of that shit is done. It's like 3 or 4 people make these records. It's not like a whole big conglomerate team of people. It's like 4 really, and I mean, from videos to everything that you see us do, it's like a Daily Bread fam. We like a small group of people that's putting out like music, and these albums are comparable to any other album that you find anywhere else.
That's amazing.
So, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just wanted to say like that like just to add to what you were saying, Koan. I think that's such an amazing thing, just because like here at Bass Drop Radio, we're a small team of 3 and we have very, very special friends and contributors to the show, supporters to the show, and collaborators like Leroy, and a lot of the other people that we work with. Shout out to Primitive Shapes, shout out to DJ Tech, who helped us with the original build of Bass Drop. And it's a beautiful thing, because just like you with your album and your music, there's only 3 or 4 people, who take from pen to paper and make this, an actual thing. It's the same thing with us. Like, everything you see at Bass Drop Radio is something that we are touching personally. And I think that's so amazing. And I love the fact that a lot of your music is samples of your own music, because a lot of mainstream artists actually do that as well. To name one, Sean Paul, for instance. Sean Paul does a lot of that too. He's done a couple of he sampled his own songs and have written new songs on top of that. And I think that's amazing. Like, a good way to keep
of the
it.
Tracks. Keep it fresh. Like, like, I just don't want to use anybody else's music. Like, I feel like if you're gonna pride yourself as a musician, then make music, right? Yeah. To me, it's a big difference between like artists and like rappers and like performers, right? Like,
yes,
anybody could rap. Well, I ain't gonna say anybody could rap. Let me take that.
Wait a minute.
Hold on.
Wait a minute.
Hold on now.
What he meant to say is, some of y'all cannot rap, but it's okay.
But y'all,
it's cool.
Listen.
It's cool.
Right.
It's
Anybody
cool.
can make a
It don't
record.
have to be for you. Yeah, anybody. You know what I'm saying? But I find a lot today. You get so much repetition from artist to artist. Like I'll go in the clubs and every song sound the same. Like I don't know if the song even changed or not. Like they all rap the same, all the tracks is the same, and it's like I'm from a time where like you literally had to say something in your music, else nobody wanted to give a fuck about what you're talking about. Like, where's the artistry in albums now? Like they don't even put together cohesive like albums. It's just a bunch of songs,
Right.
And so I come from that 90s era. Like I grew up in that era, right? So like that's where my music is like patterned behind. And when I was coming up, you had to have lyrics. Like it couldn't just be like, okay, yeah, the beat bumping, that's cool, but what you talking about? So and I think we need that today because we got a whole bunch of just like hip-hop music, and let's not pretend like it's not leading the culture. You know what I'm saying? And you got like, don't get me wrong, I feel like every artist have a right to say or do what they want, but you still have to understand you have a responsibility. People listening to you, right? They listening. So what you want to say to them? What do you want to say?
So
Like,
speaking
No, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I was gonna say, speaking of a responsibility and what you're gonna say to them, on the album Supremium, the song The 20s, which I want to get into while we have time, talks about, it goes into COVID, racist politics, mainstream media, police brutality, and an overall feeling of social justice is what I got from the feel of the video from watching it. The visuals
is that they got all of that in it?
Yes, absolutely. So the visuals speak to that, and the reason why I kind of picked apart the frame by frame, because also being an artist, maybe not a musical artist per se, but being a visual artist, is really important to see the visuals along with the words, because then it kind of makes you feel a little bit more strongly what the words represent. So I'm seeing picket lines with protesters. I'm seeing masks in your video, which speak to COVID. I'm seeing police brutality. I'm seeing stop killing us. I'm seeing, the line when you said Black Lives Matter, White Lives Matter, Blue Lives Matter. Basically, everybody matters, but nothing matters as much as the bullet. When the bullet hits your loved one, then it's
everybody's
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, right? Because if a cop dies in the line of duty, that's still a loss for his family. If an unarmed Black man dies at the hands of a police, that's still a loss from his family. I don't think the family cares at that point, like, about anything else besides their loved one.
Their loss.
And we've seen that recently with Takeoff. So I wanted to just kind of talk about the song The 20s, and I want you to explain to us the significance of that song and the significance of the chessboard within the video. You guys need to make sure you check out the video for The 20s.
Yes.
That man went straight New Orleans in it.
The 20s is so complex and it's so layered with so much of stuff. Like, first of all, let me just start with the track. Shout out to Rodney Weber if you're listening. Kid was like 18 years old at the time when he made this track. The only thing I did was change the bass line, right? Because, I wanted the bass line to be a little more thump. But let's just to get that out the way. Shout out to Rodney, bro. Like, that shit is
Shout
hard.
out Rodney.
But shout out Rod. But look, so that song is like, it's the 20s, right? It's the decade we living in, right? You know what I'm saying? So, but it's got so many layers because it does talk about all of those things. I wanted to touch on so much because I feel like there's so much in our society right now that's not being addressed, and we just kind of living through these traumas over and over and over. Like, one of the things about the 20s, if you watch the video, is you see images of way back the 60s and the 50s and shit like that, and you correlate them with the same images you see today, and the
Correct.
only difference is it's in color.
They in color. Yep.
That's the
They in
only
color.
That's
Yeah.
legit. The only difference is if you watch this video, like it's like, and
In
so
color.
we got all we have is everybody fighting against each other for one reason or another, and none of us are really paying attention to who's really pulling the strings, so to speak. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
And
Correct.
it's only so far I'm gonna go on that subject. You know what I mean? Everybody know what I'm
Yes.
talking about.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And so there's that. The chessboard for me was like kind of the first thing I thought about when concepting this song. Like, because when I heard the track, I immediately knew what I wanted to say on it. Like within 30 seconds, I was like, oh shit, I know what I'm about to do with this. I mean, from the riot sounds to all of the sounds and stuff, like I literally curated all of that. That's all actual shit that happened. None of that is like made up.
Right.
So when you listen at that, that's like reality. You know what I'm saying? That's flat reality. And so the chessboard kind of simulates the game we play with the people that run society and life, just generally, right?
The
and
game
so
of life.
if you pay attention, there's kind of like the chess master dude who's kind of there, and no matter what you do, you can't beat him, right? You're not going to win. The game is rigged against you. You can't win. And so you see all of these different people just morphing, like it touches everybody. It doesn't matter what race, creed, color, or religion you are.
Everybody
Like
getting
we all in
affected.
the same fucking boat, right?
Right.
We're all in the same prison, right?
Wow.
And the prison guards just kind of keep us like shanking each other, for lack of a better term. To pay attention that we getting played. Yeah, we all getting played.
Yeah. I mean, you have to, I don't know how to say this. You have
Divide and conquer.
You have to keep a veil in front of the masses, because
Right.
the less that we know
To
about
control it.
ourselves,
The easier it is to
about
be
what
controlled.
they're
To
doing,
control it. Correct.
easier to control.
it's definitely, there's definitely processes in place to keep us where we are socially, economically, mentally, spiritually. I mean, there's all types of,
Historically.
I mean, to even just knowing our culture and knowing ourselves. So that also brings me to the Chronicles of a Dying Breed, your 2011 solo project, where
take
you
it back.
talk about the song Crooked Officer, which again kind of speaks to the same theme that we're seeing with the 20s. So for New Orleans in particular, have you seen any changes in police brutality since the original record?
Actually,
Crooked Officer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And to be fair, New Orleans has never been that bad of a police brutality place. Right? I mean, it goes back, and everybody goes back. But for the most part, that's kind of like police departments in other places. You know what I'm saying? You all know the infamous police departments and the things that they do. So that was more like a broader thing, like, because there's a lot of really, really great police, like, because I know a bunch of them, right? But there's also a bunch of really fucked up ones, like really, and I feel like where I come from, a lot of people won't even speak on that because the cops used to be very retaliatory. Like they're like a gang somehow.
I can add to that.
Yeah.
Like how you just said that, like I was saying, 'cause especially, I mean, like again, I ain't from New Orleans, but shit, go there every weekend, you become a native. And that's one thing I could really see, especially like after Katrina. I mean, especially that's how I could agree to that song, because as a person going through that, I got shot at 15 in New Orleans. Shit.
Right.
I say got shot right there up there in Third Ward. Don't get me wrong, I say learn from the thing or whatever, but I say when the cops came on the scene, all this whoop whoop, the first thing that came out of their mouth, who got into some mess? Like instead of like there's a certain scene and all this and that, but I noticed like after Katrina, like that's why I say a lot of people were scared to keep that voice down, because we seen a lot of retaliation with NOPD because they was fed up. And I mean, but that's just with any aspect. You push anybody to their breaking point, you don't know what they would do. But how you say that, it was only certain people and certain departments. But now, like some years later though, you're seeing that now, like they got some cats who really are coming out the woodwork, like, hey, like shit, we trying to keep that tarnished rap out the way. But no, that's why I respect with that song though too.
Yeah. Like I respect what the police do, like 100%. We need them 100%.
Oh yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying. But it's like but they just regular people, right? We can't really hold those people to a higher standard because they just dudes with jobs. Like they freak out and flip out and get scared and shit too. And I don't really know.
At the minimum,
Okay.
I feel at the minimum, the actual training should at least be better. I mean, I shouldn't be able to, study more to be a barber to become a police. You know,
Than
what I'm
to be
saying?
a
Like,
cop,
that's crazy
right?
to me.
That's true.
Look,
You know what I'm
I've always said, if it takes, at least, because law school is what 3 years, but you got to give 4 years and get your undergrad. So if it takes 7 years for you to be able to know the law and recite it, it should take you maybe just about the same amount of time to enforce the law in terms of training. And I think that, we need to, I'm a big believer and advocate in education and training. And I think that, that's where we need to focus, our efforts into when it comes to our police department, when it comes to our civil servants, because essentially these are people who are, who are supposed to be serving the community, serving, us. And so I will 100% agree and say that, in the start, this is a very complex issue. But at the very start, we need to start enforcing that education. And that's where it
more
starts.
so at least a bit of psychiatric like evaluation and training. You know what I'm saying? Because some of these people are coming into this position already fucked up. Like they already
scared,
like
or
scared to death.
Scared. If you're scared of any particular group of people,
then this shouldn't be your job.
You should pick another job. Or just scared in general of death. I mean, I remember when I was getting ready to, I was thinking about becoming a flight attendant at one point in my life, right? And I was talking to this flight attendant veteran who had been doing it for, 15, 20 years and had been flying when 9/11 happened. Not any of the, of course, not any of the planes, but was a flight attendant when that happened. And she asked me, are you afraid to die? And that should be a question that I hope that all jobs that require you to put your life at risk ask you that, and you actually ponder on it, because I had to ponder that. You know what I'm saying? Like, am I? Because do I really want this job? Because there is a very high possibility that at any time after 9/11 that planes could get hijacked, engine failure could happen, anything could happen where I would be placed in a position where I would die. And if I was too afraid, I shouldn't do that job, because I wouldn't give 100% to that job. I wouldn't be the best that I could be at that job. So real quick, before we get continue the conversation, Brooklyn, you had some shout out?
Yes, I just wanted to take this moment to say thank you so much to everybody. Thank you to everybody that's been rocking with us here at Bass Drop Radio. Thank you to everybody on the live. Shout out Cali King 916. He's checking in. Thank you so much. Shout out to Angel the Artist, my good friend and ultimate supporter of Bass Drop Radio, who is here, one of the best metaverse artists. Shout out to Danica City. Danica just walked in the building. Listen, this man, let me tell y'all something. Danica is that man, okay? And if y'all are in here, y'all coming to Horizons, y'all interested in the studio, in the studio side of things, in the musical side of things, the Stew is 100% one of the places you have to check out while you're in here. The stuff that they're doing in the Stew.
I've been there a few times. I've been to the Stew a few times, and
and they be killing it in there. They be having some heavy hitters. They be doing their thing in there. Speaking of Danica, speaking to Danica did mention to us his ciphers are going on Sundays, so tune in for that as well, because again, a lot of the best talent that's out there in the real life, but that we have the pleasure of having here in the metaverse, they frequent the Stew. So come out, check that out. There's always heavy hitters in the building. It's always a good show. The energy is always on point. Make sure y'all are doing that. So thank you again, Danica, and thank you to MetaMain. Thank you, Dat. Thank you to all of y'all. It's a huge shout out. Thank you so much for everybody and all of your support. If y'all not following us on Instagram, please follow us at Bass Drop Radio and tune in because we're going to be posting all of our content on there, all of our show stuff, anything that's upcoming. Anything that we got going on is going to be there. So be sure to check that out. Okay.
Yes. And shout out to Soup for the live. Hello, YouTube.
And shout out. Yes. And shout out to the homie Soup.
We love it here. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much for those shout outs. Koan, I had to ask you before, who were some of your musical influences? And you gave me quite a list. Yeah, so the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Absolutely.
Biggie.
Radiohead.
Radiohead.
Hey, absolutely.
Radio.
Absolutely.
You know, we got to talk about that.
Absolutely. Radiohead, best band in the land. It's hard. It's hard for me. Like, it's hard. That's like my top two. Okay. But, you know, I like System of a Down. I'm a big rock fan. Right?
Do you like Three Doors Down? Three Doors Down used to be my group, too. And Matchbox 20. Matchbox 20.
Some stuff.
Girl, you know System of a Down? System of a Down.
Yeah.
Okay, girl.
I know. No, I'm saying I like Matchbox 22 and Three Doors Down.
Yeah, me too.
Like Matchbox, like old school. Anyway, here at Bass Drop Radio, we have a very eclectic sense of music. So don't just think that it's hip hop and R&B. This is a musical platform. We welcome all types of music.
Music make the world go round.
Wu-Tang, Redman, and Black Thought. So those were some of the list that you gave us. And so, like, whenever we're here and we have a music guest,
like, I'm a big David Bowie fan.
Do you like Queen?
Like,
nah.
Queen was my shit.
I like some of Queen.
Yes.
I like Queen was my shit.
It's weird because, like, I listen to a ton of rock music, right? I listen to classical music. I listen to jazz music. I listen to basically everything. I'm not really big on country, but I got a few of them that I'll fuck with. But it's just weird that I rap, like, that's just the form I choose to express in. You know what I'm saying? But like my musical taste is like, I listen to everything from Phil Collins, Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder, huge.
Into the night.
Like I can feel it I listen in to the air.
Let me tell you something. That song. Okay, hold on. Okay, because let me tell you, that song. Listen, that song does it for me. And you know, when during our prep.
Danica he know what's up.
You know
Danica know what's up.
Shout out to Phil Collins. You know, him and Jay-Z worked together before Phil Collins is that dude.
Shout out to Genesis.
Phil. Fuck yeah, man.
Yes. You know, Koan, so Cherry and I, when we were, in our prep during the show, and we were talking about that, like those Radiohead and Red Hot Chili Peppers were the ones that 100% stuck out to us the most. Just because, like, we have this internal joke. Cherry and Howard, everybody here knows I have a love for like Coldplay, The Script, music
fuck with
like
Coldplay.
that.
Yeah, what?
Listen. Hey, look. I've already seen them twice this year. Don't get me hyped. Yes. No, y'all don't know. Listen. Y'all are sleeping on Coldplay if y'all not listening to them. Yeah. Let me tell you something. Coldplay has been in the game probably as long as I have been alive, and I'm gonna be 100% transparent.
Look, years now.
Look. I'm gonna be 100. Well, look, I'm 27, right? So look, look, I'm gonna be 100% transparent. I went to a concert this year. Shout out to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It was at the Tampa Stadium.
Everybody but who.
Everybody but hey,
Tom, we don't have no love for Tom. No,
hey, I'm gonna need y'all to show some respect. Because I'm a Giants fan. Anyway,
you came to Charlotte and the Panthers whooped that ass. We ain't forget.
Moving on.
Okay.
Moving on. Moving on.
Sorry, y'all got me talking about football. You already know.
Hey, sis,
you already know how I feel about football. Okay.
Listen, this is gonna turn into another show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a whole nother show.
It's a whole
other show.
You know what I'm saying?
I see you.
Football Friday at the Bass Drop Radio.
I see you down there. I see you down there. I see her down there.
But who's that?
Who that?
Cherry. Cherry.
Yeah, I see her down there. I see you down there.
But you know, in terms of like music and stuff, you know, I didn't expect going into the Coldplay concert to have such an emotional and intense experience and reaction. And I kid you not, they started singing The Scientist. And it was on. It was on like Donkey Kong. Sis, the tears started flowing. I couldn't help myself. I'm pretty sure everybody around me was looking at me like, what is wrong with this crazy lady? And it really just, it really hit me because here's the thing, right? And we talk about this all the time. I'm a first generation American. You know, my family is originally from the Dominican Republic. And so coming from a Spanish speaking country and being in the vicinity of a group like Coldplay, I think in that moment it kind of just all hit me at once, right? Yeah. It was this idea that like first.
And that was our commercial break.
But you know what? You guys, I understand what she's saying though, because music will do that to you. Like music will literally do that. Yeah, I had a magical moment like that too, but it was with Stevie Wonder. Right, so it was like Jazz Fest a bunch of years ago, and it was like legit rainy. Right, I love Stevie Wonder. Like Stevie Wonder, like probably one of the greatest songwriters of our time. Right, so like
for sure.
So it's Jazz Fest. It's like it's raining. Like it's a rain. Stevie Wonder comes on stage, and I swear to God, you can't even write this shit. The sky opened up like right over where everybody was, and the sun shined down, and he starts singing "Love's in Need of Love." Right, first song out the dump, which is like one of my favorites. And I can't front. A twinkly tear rolled right out of my left eye, like right down the side. I was like, yo, the moment, it was like just the whole emotion of it. You know what I'm saying? But music is really that
everybody
powerful.
Have a certain attachment.
The way you feel. Yeah, it changed the way you feel. Changed the way you think.
On me.
So I had I met Patti LaBelle, and had one of those moments. I mean, she's a legend, right? Pies. So I think that whenever you're in presence of greatness, like my father and Al Sharpton are really close friends, and so they, you know, when I first met Al Sharpton, I had a different type of moment. It was a different kind of experience outside of like music. But whenever you have these moments with people who influence culture in general and influence you, like it is a surreal experience because it's not necessarily who they are, it's what they represent, right? What they represent in your life. You know, for music has been the thing that has really kept me grounded. It's kept me in my right state of mind when I'm not feeling good, or if I want to feel better, whatever, music is always there. It's a constant friend. You know what I mean? Like some people like to read, some people like to write to express themselves. I love to listen to music. I love to dance to music. I love to feel how I feel when I have music around me and in my presence. And then when other people are around me enjoying music, right? So I wanted to thank you so much for coming onto the show. And I wanted you to give, no problem, the audience and YouTube an opportunity to know where to find your music, your new project that's out, and your social media handles and all of that.
Everything. All right. So Supremium is out now. You can find it on every streaming platform. I'm on Tidal, Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube Music. Like the video is on YouTube and probably Vivo. Everywhere you can find music, you will find Supremium. My website is koanmusic.com. You could download the album there. You could listen to it. You could check out the old records. Also, like on YouTube and all of those streaming platforms, you can see my first record too, the Chronicles album. All of it, if you type in Koan Kenpachi, Kenpachi, Koan is Koan on YouTube, a bunch of stuff will pop up. It's also Koan Music is the page on that. Koan_music on Instagram. Koan Kenpachi _VR on it. May not even have an underscore. I think it's just VR for like my VR Instagram.
Right. Got
and Koan Kenpachi on Facebook. Like I'm pretty much on everything. But awesome. Again, thank y'all for having me.
You are so welcome. Thank you for coming on to the show. If you guys want to hear his music, you can also click the link in the bio. Oh, I'm giving you guys a thumbs up. You can click the link in the bio to the Bass Drop Radio page, and you can listen to our media player where his song is played amongst other talented artists in here in Horizon. And we love to feature your music. If you are an artist and you have original music, make sure that you email it over to us, businessadmin@bassdropradio.com. We would love to give it a review, maybe have you on as a guest and play your music on our radio station. This is the part of the show where we get into our entertainment. So I'm gonna start us off with some
real quick. One thing. You can actually listen to and get my album right here in Horizon Worlds at Meta Genre Music. There's the music stores in there. If you go to Meta Genre Music, Daytona. Shout out to Daytona Vibes, man.
We got our names right there on the wall, each other.
Yeah, so like if you go up in there, like literally your shit is right next to mine. Like it legit you can go into the record store, you can listen to the record, and you can buy singles if you want to, or you can buy the whole record. But also if you go to my website, it's actually cheaper if you go to the website, KoanMusic.com. but you don't have to leave. You don't have to leave Horizon Worlds to listen to Supremium or purchase singles or the whole record. So thank you. I just wanted to say that.
Oh, no. Thank you. And you also don't have to leave Horizons to listen to Bass Drop Radio. We got some bots around, so you might hear Bass Drop Radio playing on one of those bots. Jumping into the entertainment story. So recently, I don't know YouTube if you've heard, but DJ Khaled is giving away 2 lucky fans a chance to win an Airbnb house full of his stuff. So he's giving away some pretty exclusive Jordans. He's going to be loading the Airbnb with sneakers. So whoever wins that prize is going to be a sneaker heaven. It's going to be in Jordan heaven. I know some of y'all are loyal to Jordans. Okay. All y'all have is Jordans. I'm not judging you, but like there are other shoes. But DJ Khaled is giving away some Jordans. I mean, listen, if you're a sneakerhead, like I love a sneakerhead, right? Like some people have their vices. Some people are gamers and they have all of the games that ever existed and they hoard those. Some people are sneakerheads and they have the very first Chuck down to a Yeezy. You know what I'm saying? They have everything and in between. So I'm not judging a sneakerhead. So if you are a sneakerhead and you want 2 nights in an Airbnb full of DJ Khaled's most prized possessions, his sneakers. Now, it was unclear if you just get to try them on and be in the house.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to ask, are you just
win?
You in there with them, or you get to like what?
So you're going to be
in there. How do you know what size you wear?
First of all,
none of them your size.
First of all, I don't know if they're gonna get jacked because how do we know you're not gonna have a pickup truck outside and put all of them shoes in the back of the truck and skeet off because God did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
God said these sneakers are for me. So it has over 10,000 pair of sneakers in this Airbnb. So I don't even know how big. It must be a mansion Airbnb. But anyway, it has over 305 shoes. So I think the winner gets 1 pair of those. So you'll get
so you
one
pick
pair.
1 pair out of those 3.
You gotta pick 1 pair. I mean, I guess in order to enter, you have to wear his size shoe. Maybe I don't know.
It's all gonna be like a size 15 Shaq shoe. It's like nobody gonna be able to fit them, but
they gonna check your socks. You gotta put on a new pair of socks each pair.
First of all, I wouldn't want to wear DJ Khaled's funky ass shoes.
I don't wear his shoes.
No disrespect, Khaled, but you know you've been on that workout plan for 3 years, bruh. You look the same.
Really? I'm about to say, did he? Damn.
Oh, wow. Tonight.
Hey, wait a minute. Look. No shade, DJ Khaled. You know what I'm saying? Because I love the compilation albums that you put together, but like, bruh, the same size for like 3 years. God ain't doing it enough. Okay?
Don't mess with Kurt Franklin of hip hop, man.
Listen.
Do you want a revolution?
It's rough. It's rough in here.
Y'all, instead of another one, maybe like 1 less. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. All right, so
and another one.
And
maybe we don't need any more. Okay,
maybe not.
Look, y'all not gonna have me fat shaming DJ Khaled on this show, so I'm not gonna say nothing else. DJ Khaled, if you ever see this and I ever make it, I ever blow up and you see me in the street, I don't want no beef. Maybe you shouldn't have no beef either. Team.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Let me get my entertainment story out the way, folks. You can't unboot it.
Listen, YouTube. I didn't mean it. YouTube. All right, Howard.
Well, man, shit. I was gonna talk about this last week, but man, I feel like it's suitable now more this week because if you haven't seen the movie, you got to see it now. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, and I mean it's not even about this no Disney fan. Yeah, no spoiler alerts. But globally, they just surpassed $500 million. So
let's go, black man. Let's go, Ryan Coogler.
Man, like, so because Disney don't want to give anybody their funds and everything, whoop de whoop. But it's all crazy to say like, hey, they got that on their own accords and everything. But yeah, Black Panther, y'all need to really go check that out, man. If y'all going through something in life, go check it out. If you want to show kids to get outside the house, go check it out. If you want your baby mama to get out your back for like 2 hours, shit, go watch it.
Jesus Christ.
But no, Black Panther, it was a real good cinematic experience and everything, and it's really something that you really should check out because it's something that you can relate to, something you can learn from, and something you can create from. And the soundtrack is so superb, man. They got some names out here that should be already getting Grammys, you feel me? So shout out to the homie Burna Boy, man. They got Rihanna back after a 6-year hiatus. Man, she dropped a baby and dropped a song.
We love her. Black
Panther. But no, yes, man. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, man. Out in theaters now. Make sure y'all check it out because it ain't coming to Disney Plus anytime soon. Because y'all know y'all got to go see it. And don't bootleg it, man, from your cousin. Because I just seen him up the street trying to give me a VHS. And, man, my VCR don't work no more. He had Ghostbusters on the movie, too. That's the thing that got me mad. Because he wasn't even Black Panther. I'm sorry. I wouldn't have seen Black Panther 3 times, but I seen it on bootleg, too. But it wasn't a real Black Panther.
You know what?
So made me
YouTube,
mad.
he didn't say nothing about copywriting on this platform. You didn't hear that, YouTube. You didn't hear that. You know that's punishable. You know what I'm saying? By law. Anyway.
It's on VCR. We good.
We was talking about shoes and sneakers, and we were talking about Jordan. But speaking of Jordan, Larsa Pimpin and Marcus Jordan, the son of Michael Jordan, are dating.
Oh, that's the raunchy couple, huh?
So let me get into it.
Oh no, I'm curious.
So Michael Jordan's son Marcus and Larsa have been seen, out and about around town, you know what I'm saying, doing their thing. Personally, I don't have a problem with the age gap. What I have a problem with is that, this is the son of your ex-husband's former teammate. And it's, if anybody knows their history, if anybody knows any history with Michael Jordan, he doesn't really have too kind of a words to say for any of his former teammates, if he says anything at all. So it's a little strange. And they were at a game. I think they were at the SoFi Stadium when they had some pretty good spectator seats, and a fan went up to them and said, "You're Mike's son. You a cold mother," to them, and then said, Larsa, you're a cold mother," to her. And they just kind of stayed there looking a little bewildered because they got caught out in the open, around town. And so prayers to all involved. That's all I have to say about that.
Hey,
I don't want Jordan coming after me because he's going to feel personally offended by what I just said. So he's going to take it personally.
Scottie Pippen is somewhere going hard playing basketball right now in the gym. He is sitting there shooting 3-pointers right now. Just okay,
thank you.
He gonna do a basketball game like what's the movie Love and Basketball? Fight for your heart. You gotta play me for your heart.
Fight for your with Larsa.
No, with
it's gonna be fight for something else. It's gonna be fight for that hoe because it literally. Wow. They are literally passing Larsa around like COVID. I'm like, what in the world is going on?
Damn. Larsa is passing herself around like COVID. Listen, when the queen of doing too much tells you you're doing too much, sis, what's happening? You get what I'm saying?
And that queen talking about Kim Kardashian.
Right. Allegedly.
Don't shout her out. Don't shout her out. Don't shout her out. So y'all,
I love it tonight.
If you guys haven't been able to tell, sometimes some of us have gotten our Thanksgiving drinking started a little early tonight.
Okay.
Shit.
Hey, happy Thanksgiving, y'all.
I'm late. You
Happy
early, not late.
For real, I got my crown right here on the side of me. No
Sometimes
kidding.
you gotta get started. Listen, y'all are gonna see some
early, not
family
late.
that you don't really want to see. You know what? Actually, you know what? I have to pause for a second because there is someone at my door. This is live on air, guys. I can't make any of this up. But Brooklyn Bandit and Howard and Koan are going to send us off because we are now getting ready to approach the 10 o'clock hour. So you guys, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
You want to tell them about any weekend plans before we head off?
Yes, actually. Let's talk about something that's going on right here in our meta backyard. You feel me? So we are actually going to be part of an event this coming weekend that I'm very excited to announce. I'm not quite sure what happened when my internet decided to hate on me this evening. But I see that Leroy they hating on me hard. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what happened with Leroy. I'm guessing he must have had to leave. But Leroy is actually having a car show this weekend. And so yep, that's going to be taking place at the Unity showroom this weekend. It is happening on the 25th on Friday. And so what we're looking at is, I think it starts at either 10 or 11 p.m. Be sure to check out the Bass Drop page because we're going to be having those details on there. But come check us out. We're going to be there. There's going to be a lot of artists there who have created amazing cars. And it's just going to be an overall good time. So please be sure to join us. Bass Drop Radio will be there playing the hits, be in the vibe as we are. Yeah. And so, be sure to check us out because that's what we're going to be doing this weekend. And so that's on Friday. So be sure to check out the Unity showroom. Howard, do you have anything going on this weekend?
Oh shit, I got a lot to say like a blonde in class, you feel me? But shout out to everybody that's in here though. Shout out to the homie Biggie Bull. Shit again, shout out to the homie Danica. But yeah, man, your boy, yours surely, man. I go start this thing up.
Shout out to Terry in the building. That's the homie. What's up, Terry? Thank you for joining us.
Friday night, man, we got the turn up going good. You feel me, like Suge, but no night. But we doing it Friday night, man. I'm doing the Black Friday showcase up there at Bonkies. Shout out to Papa Hopper, man. Sponsored by Bass Drop Radio. And oh man, again, we just turn it up for the night so you get all your shopping in and all that. Your mad shopping and filled up and come up and turn up with your boy. You feel me? And let's get it tripping like a kid untie a shoe, cause it's HT702. So that's all we gotta do, man. And that's all I gotta really say. Then doing the car show, support it. And also I gotta say this live too. I'm getting ready to go check out the Sister Cherry Pie Joker exhibit because I haven't checked it out yet. And now I feel like I'm in the mood now. I gotta check it out after I get out the show.
Yes.
Yeah,
so hold on. Yes, thank you, Howard. So yes. Everyone, listen in. If y'all rocking with Bass Drop Radio, one of our very own here at Bass Drop Radio, our family, our longtime friend and part of the team, Cherry Pie here, has released her first Art World exhibit. So please be sure to check it out. It is called The Joker. It is exclusively available on Horizon Worlds, Meta Horizon Worlds. Please be sure to check it out. It's a total vibe. If y'all love The Joker, y'all need to be in there. Y'all need to take pictures in there. Listen, we're actually going there probably right after this. So if y'all with us and y'all want to come through, please be sure. We're going to go take a look at that. But if y'all not here with us and y'all going to be on, please be sure to check that out because for real, this is something she's been working on for a really long time. And I can personally say I saw her, go through the struggles and the difficult path that it is to build on here. And she persevered, she got through it, and she did it amazingly. And so y'all need to go check that out. And so again, it's called The Joker. Be sure to check it out. And while y'all are in there, make sure y'all like and save the world, please. And
my son's seen this stuff, man. That's why I gotta check it out. That's why I'm like, Yeah, he say, Daddy, you checking out Cherry? You checking out Cherry? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, on my headset. And that's why I'm like, yeah, I gotta say this on air, man. Like,
shout out to young
again,
Simba. That's our nephew.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But no, so I gotta check that out. So if my son tell me I gotta get involved with it, hey,
yo,
yeah,
I
you got
really
something to
love
take
the
on.
Joker is like my favorite villain. Straight up.
Listen,
up.
you're gonna
My
love
My
this.
absolute favorite
Obviously.
villain. Yeah.
You're gonna love this.
Hands down.
She really did her thing in there, and so please be sure to pass through and show some love. Also, so you guys know, after the car show on Friday at the Unity showroom, we are also going to be hosting the after party at Club Colors. Shout out to Primitive Shapes. That's our family over there on that side as well. We're gonna be throwing a party on that side, so be sure to come and rock out with us. Y'all are not able to make it to the car show event, please come through and show some love because we're gonna be partying until the wee hours. Y'all already know how we do. Cherry, is there anything else you would like to add?
No, I think you guys just about covered it. Thank you for the support. It's being on here and being a creator, content creator, artist, a musician. It is a sacrifice. It's a sacrifice of your time. It's a sacrifice for artistic expression, because not everybody is going to get it. Not everybody's going to understand what you're doing in this platform, why you spend so much time on this platform. And so I just want to send a special shout out to all of the creators in here who put so much of their energy and their efforts into making this platform something that we can all enjoy, because we're all here to experience each other's art. And I just want to say thank you, for that. I'm just thankful for this Thanksgiving. I'm thankful for all of you. So.
Oh, yes. I'm also
that.
very much thankful for all of you here. And also in the spirit of that, and to add to what Cherry was saying, my longtime friend and supporter of Bass Drop Radio, Angel the Artiste, the very, very one. Yes, y'all heard that correctly. Angel the Artiste is going to be dropping a world on Friday called La Posey. And so that's Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure y'all are in the building to show my girl some love. Make sure y'all going to support. Make sure you're going out there to show face, because she's been working real hard on this. And I'm not going to tell y'all too much, but all I'm going to say is y'all need to watch out. Y'all need to watch out for La Posey. La Posey is going to be lit, and if y'all not a part of it now, you're going to be missing out. So be sure that y'all are supporting. Be sure that you're going out to see the Joker. Be sure you're going out to La Posey. Be sure you're coming out to the showroom, to Unity showroom. Be sure that you come out of Club Colors. Show us some love. Come rock with your favorite #1 radio station in Horizon Worlds, Bass Drop Radio. Come do that, because y'all know what it is.
Also, go check out Supremium, real life.
Yes.
If you don't check out nothing else, check out the 20s video on YouTube. Koan Kenpachi, the 20s. Put a lot into that, y'all.
Absolutely.
I know y'all want to
Absolutely.
Keep out Supremium.
Let them know where,
it's a hip
let
hop
them know where
album
we
for
can
hip
find
hop
you on.
heads.
Let them know where we can find you on
did.
IG, Koan.
He did
On
when you
Instagram,
taught
I'm
your Uber.
Koan_music. On IG,
I'm sorry,
keep
y'all.
me out.
I'm sorry, y'all. My Uber came early.
Her Uber came early. She had to spin the block.
Y'all know, there was no parking outside, so I double parked by a hydrant. Y'all know how that go. I had to go out and move my stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Again, from our family to yours. Have a great holiday and happy Thanksgiving. You are now rocking with the #1 radio station in Horizon, Bass Drop Radio.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you so much, y'all. Yes.
That's another one.
All right, we gotta get a pick. We gotta get a pick. I gotta get a pick with everybody.
Hey.
Wait a minute. Where we at? All right.
Brooklyn.
Oops. Hold on. My bad.
Everybody. Get in close.
Right there below. Just take a look. Just right past the surface.
Thank y'all.
Higher purposes.
Yo, the story of producer might have a
say no. Homie told me to catch me Ace Bird. Yeah, he did some stuff with you back in the day. That's what I love about like the video, but so like especially man, we got like some message, so we got some.
Feeding me knowledge, became students. Yeah, so now I'm living in a paradise. Had to shed that negative energy, it's a parasite. Shine with the ultra bright, rhyme get the culture right. Catch me with a sacred geometry and a sacrifice. Yeah, we gotta look beneath the surfaces. You know you touching children, but you still up in the services. Who heard of this? So what you think that is virtuous. That's one of the reasons I spit it for higher purposes.
Yeah. Keep it going, keep it moving, keep it moving.
Could fill a million books. It's right there below. Just take a look, just right past the surfaces. Be in service with higher purposes.
Yeah, sit back, I'm about to hit you with these energies. Realize sometimes your own mind is your enemy. Full of negativity, you're cheating yourself. It's detrimental to your health and you depleting your wealth. Homie, in life we got to find the higher purposes. Elevate yourself and you can see right through them curtains. Mind changes life and we can leave all of the strife behind. Be kind and you can let your light shine. From an elevated mind, it's time we climb higher. Geometric patterns combined, design fire. Rise inspired, never get tired. Ask me how I'm doing and I'll tell you that I'm flying high. Interdimensional with my third eye. Yes sir, I'm manifesting all these destinies. Daily bread family, getting and living happily. Yeah.
What we already know could fill a million books. It's right there below. Just take a look, just right past the surfaces. Be in service with higher purposes.
Oh yeah. Well, oh yeah. weapon. I got a stronger weapon.